podcast. I am simulcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. All my own music. You can follow me one or more of those places, plus Twitter. Takes me a second to be able to see who is hopping on where. And I will do that right now. I actually can really pretty much only see Periscope in terms of who specifically is coming on. Sorry about that. Hi, Molly. Wow, there are a large number of people. How are you doing today, Molly? Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated because I hadn't opened my chat window, but I got it open now. Hi, Prince Melvin. Welcome. I'm kind of frazzled, Molly. How are you doing today? I'm a little frazzled. I don't want to be. Well, you anticipated. You look at that. I was answering as you were asking. Yeah, just I don't know. Objectively, things are fine, but I think I'm just overstimulated. Hi, Roman. And we're all. Oh, I'm glad things are good for you. That's very good. Hi, Dazos. I don't know if it was the right thing to take my sweater off. I've been getting hot while I play. I know I'm a little cold, but maybe I'll put my little scarf back here for a second. I don't know. That's not gonna, so I get all tangled up in my guitar. Okay, we'll see. So I'm thinking of starting with awareness, like a calming song, something to Old Flower. Hi, Dazos. What do you mean, Old Flower? Do you mean I'm old? That is true. Hi, Emma Robot. I don't have any flowers on here, though, so that must be what you mean. Well, I hope we can focus on the music. I do all my own music on here, mostly modern American folk, and except one song that was written for me, similar style. But I'm going to start off with my song, Starting with Awareness. And this is a mindfulness song that helps me regroup and kind of focus my attention on how I want to be with other people, how I want to accept things that I can't change. It doesn't really mention the word partnership, but ooh, that sounds lovely. Yeah, sometimes you do just need to, my whole family and I have been like packed together in our living room, like working and kind of co-working. And lately, like, Christmas music's been on, and it's just always seems like there's something going on with the puppy. And today I was trying to help my eldest son with some financial thing, and like his printer wasn't working. And then it was one of those things, we call that in our family our problems having babies. So like you start with solving one problem, and then that problem has a baby, and then you try to fix that problem, and that problem has a baby, and you try to fix that problem, and that problem has a baby. Next thing you know, you've got a kindergarten, a preschool worth of problems. Anyway, so I'm going to just invite us to get to a chill, meditative place. My song's Starting with Awareness. I'm starting with awareness of all that really is right now. I'm starting with acceptance that what is right now. I start with heartfelt empathy now, so that I can help bring out the best in me and thee and we. Acceptance doesn't mean I can't seek change. Empathy does not mean I feel the same. They just help us move in peace, come what may. 'Cause fight, flight, or freeze is not what we need. Not in you and not in me. We want compassion and rationality. And so I'm gonna try to start with awareness of all it really is right now. Start with acceptance that what is right now. I start with heartfelt empathy now, so that I can help bring out the best in me and thee and we. It's not that I can't control what she says or does, but if I want peace of mind no matter what, and to maybe help us get out of a rut, empathic curiosity guides me through. I pause to reflect before I do. I gently ask myself, is that really true? And I always try to start with awareness of all that really is right now. Start with acceptance that what is right now. I start with heartfelt empathy now, so that I can help bring out the best in me and thee and we. I'm willing to accept and mourn my unmet needs. If there's a crisis of imagination when she disagrees, so I don't panic or resort to rewards or punishing. Without rewards or punishments, anger can't live in me. I can think of mutually beneficial strategies and make requests and not demands of anybody. And so I'm gonna try to start with awareness of all that really is right now. Start with acceptance that what is right now. I start with heartfelt empathy now, so that I can help bring out the best in me and thee and we. Without demands or threats, I can give my love freely. 'Cause to condition my love, it hurts both you and me, and invites us each to fight, flight or freeze. Yet we want peace without and peace within. So healing and collaboration, it can really begin. So we can be all that we can be through thick and thin. And so I'm gonna try to start with awareness of all that really is right now. Start with acceptance that what is right now. I start with heartfelt empathy now, so that I can help bring out the best in me and thee and we. Thanks for those beautiful hearts, Molly. Thanks to whoever's listening live and replay, whether you are on Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. I had to think for a second there. Hi, Mate, Papas, Pedro, Ordinary Boy. It's your first day on Periscope. Dr. Gonzalez, Hamaza, Carlos, Lil, Vertigolas. Welcome. If you like the music, I do hope you consider following. If you're not sure, you can check out the replays. I've got a ton of replays on Periscope and quite a few, far less though, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I'm still pretty new on those platforms, so I especially invite folks to follow there. Wait, I already have the chat app open. I am 890 or 0DU. Oh, you know what? I never DM'd you my address, Molly. Or, yeah, Facebook Messenger. It's a full house. It's a full house. I must be featured on something. It'll happen sometimes. So, yeah, I was feeling a little overstimulated. My hair is doing funny things. But that helped. That helped. You forgot too. Okay, we both forgot. That's good. Oh, that's not good. Ideally, one of us would have remembered. It's so sweet of you. You don't have to, by the way, but that I would love that. My mom and dad, when I was little, both did pottery, and it's a really sweet memory for me. They built kilns in our houses, and they carried that huge wheel from house to house until they divorced when I was 6. And then my dad never did pottery again. And my mom kept all the potting stuff and did a little, but she really didn't do much at all either. But I have there's some sweet pottery that they made. They used to make these little wall things that would have little different kind of cups with stamps that they made from clay also. Yeah. Just things to chill. Hi, Alon. It's your first day on Periscope. Is that Alon? Is that the Alon I am so familiar with that has a different username? I do, Molly. I actually need to post that on Facebook. We always put our tree up pretty much the day after Thanksgiving, which we did, stretched it out a little longer, but we basically over that weekend we did. Yeah, it helps a lot. Although it doesn't look quite as awesome as it normally would, because we have a baby gate around it, which just kind of doesn't make it look as good. But it's still definitely helpful. Is that our Alon? Same old Alon with a new username? Because it was saying you're new on Periscope, so Alon, it's your first day on Periscope, it says. So let Alon let us know. Is this the real Alon? So I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to do everybody. Would injure himself with a tree? Yeah, when we had a tree before, when our kitten was little, our kitten would try to climb up the tree, the stalk or whatever of the tree. Yeah, Alon, talk to us. Alon 3484. But I'm thinking of. But yeah, so now it's not. Oops, if it's not him. The cat would just go and sleep under the tree, and now the cat can't really even access the tree because of the baby gate. So it's a little sad. I think he needs to be shown that the tree is still there. Hi, Santus 98. Welcome. Let's do Everybody's in a Circle. This is a song about finding closeness, even if you are lonely. Trying to. It's a good COVID song, I think. But I didn't write it during COVID. But I think it fits. I think it fits. All right. So you know what I want to do? I want to be able to see. I'm about to yawn. I'm so tired. Not again. Let's see. I had a really hard workout today, which felt good, but it was very exhausting. Oh no! Oh no, that's scary. That's not good. Yeah, the blinds are dangerous. Our blinds have a string and, So I just got a text from my husband. I don't know what that is. Hope everything's okay. It looked like a picture. I should probably make sure. I'm sure he would just come in and interrupt me. Oh, I know what it is. All right. To find the nearest, what? Oh, I see. Okay, sorry guys. I'm back. He's in his wonder years. Yeah, so is George, the puppy. He is in his wonder years. That's a good way to put it. Everything's so interesting. It's an enlivening thing to behold, really. All right. Let's see. That's good. If you fear you won't fit in, do a circle you wanna be in. If the light from the nearest sun is much too dim, if you're lonely, look around and realize that everybody's in a circle, everybody is the sun. You yourself are the sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are the sunlight, shines through you, everyone. You don't need another sun to get light and love from you. When the sun is you, they shine right through you. So you, sorry, so you can feel warm all of the time. Because everybody's in the circle, everybody is the sun. You yourself are the sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are the sunlight, shines through you, everyone. Now there is no center of the universe. There is no one sun to which everyone must run. We're all stars shining our own light, so know that everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are the sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are the sunlight, shines through you, everyone. Now your circle, it might be small, it might contain no person at all. Imaginary friends, a spider on the wall. But when your love is shining through you, it'll do another. Everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are the sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are the sunlight, shines through you, everyone. Everybody's in the circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are the sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are the sunlight, shines through you, everyone. Everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You're already in a circle, you yourself are a sun. Let your light shine through you, everyone. Let your light shine through you, everyone. Let your light shine through you to everyone. Yes, not circles, but bubbles. As they say, be in your COVID bubble or whatever. Hopefully you try to keep your bubble as to just your household, but that's a little difficult when you live alone. I do not live alone, thankfully. But my mom does, and it's pretty tough. for people when they're living alone to stay in a small bubble. But this song was not written for COVID times, but I think it fits quite well. Just the idea, I coached myself to join when I was getting ready to join a group, and I was feeling just a little bit of social anxiety, and I thought, darn it, I need a song. Songs are helpful for me to coach myself through things, to just kind of encapsulate how I like to think about how much we kind of carry our own warmth with us when we go interact with other people, and really, if we're focused on what we're giving rather than what we're getting. Hi, Tanny. Hello, happiness. Good to see you. Then it kind of doesn't matter what we get back as much, which is helpful if you are lonely, if you are living in a, low contact mode at the time, or at the moment, which we all are to one extent or another. Hi, La Joker, welcome. Louise, what are you confused? Can I help you clarify more what you're confused about? Hi, Luciano. Welcome. Welcome to anyone new, especially. I hope if you like the music. Hi, Pointa and Ab J. Smith and Twig Boy and King Cardi. I hope you consider following. If you're not sure, thanks for the hearts. Feel free to check out the music on replay. We do some music, we do some chatting. Hi, Alex. I come on most weekdays I try to come on between like 5:15 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, but often I'm running late. And I do not come on the weekends. I mean, has it never happened? No, it has happened, but it's very, 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 very rare. I think it only happened once when I was doing a music festival thing, online music festival. Oh, excuse me. I got tired. I don't know why. I think this was my hard workout today. Anyway, it is cold in here. I should not have taken off my sweater. I put this scarf on at the last minute, but anyway, I can't tell you even what the temperature is. I'm sure it's much colder in other places. Tanny, where are you from? Have you shared that before? I don't think you have. If you feel like sharing, I love hearing from people in terms of where they're from, how they're doing. Things are real tough right now all over the world. Some places it's tougher than others. With COVID, though, it's just not an easy time in a lot of places, especially where I am. The United States. It's been very difficult. So I'm happy to hear about that stuff. And we kind of, this is a little virtual circle or virtual bubble. We're North Ireland. Oh, it's so cool. That is too cool. I have people that come on regularly from that area. So it's probably about 2 a.m. there, maybe. Or something. Yeah, well, I just recently, hi, Dr. Eggnog, how are you? I recently realized that I miscalculated the equation about, there's take 220 minus your age, subtract out your resting heart, or take 70% of that, subtract out your resting heart rate, add it back in, to come up with the range of target heart rate for vigorous exercise, cardio exercise. And I had miscalculated it by 30 beats per minute. So I thought I was fine at a low of 108. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard where you guys are, I think. Now I know in England they're getting the vaccine now, right? But even there, and we just approved ours today, I guess, the Pfizer one. But it's going to take forever for ordinary folk to get it. I think it's going to be a full year. Well, most of a year. And meanwhile, there's a lot of suffering. But you guys have a lot of social services and things right there where we're just a mess over here. We are a mess, not just with COVID, but with all the economic hardship that has come along with it. I wish a lot of things were different here. This is why I'm a political activist, which you see in my description. I'm currently trying to help us win a Democratic Senate by calling. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I mean, they have some defense. I don't know what the real truth is, but that's what it sounds like. So I don't know how it's all going to go, but I honestly feel a little anxiety about, I know they have universal, in Ireland, I know they do in England, but in Northern Ireland, is it universal healthcare? I think probably so. Excuse me. Oh my God, why? They're using crisis actors and peeps think they're real. Crisis actors in what sense? Like, explain that more. Are you talking about in Northern Ireland? They have, what do you mean? Like, say more. I know it's kind of challenging because you have to type when you're on that end of the broadcast. You have to type, and if it's too much of a drag, that's okay. But I mean, I know here we really really are in crisis, and that's probably not the same thing you're talking about. But I mean, healthcare workers in particular, the scope is freezing. Oh no. Is anybody else having that problem? I don't think I'm having that. I'm watching the same scope and I'm not seeing that. I don't think. I haven't been keeping my eyes on it continuously. Is anybody else having that issue? Thanks for the heart. Healthcare workers in particular are in deep, deep crisis. They're really frustrated and exhausted, and the suicide rate's gone up just at the end of the ropes. And that's one of the reasons we've been so vigilant and careful. No, you're not having that problem. Okay, Matthew, there might be something going on. Sometimes Periscope, I found today, actually, Periscope was being really funky for some people. So it could be something going on with your internet. I'm so sorry. But it's flowing okay for me when I'm watching it. And it sounds like, so anyway, Anyway, let's do another song. We got stuck. Oh, we did two songs. Really? Matthew, are you wearing Bluetooth headphones? That's what? Really, Molly? Why should that affect it? Got the jab on broadcast media, all lies. So are you concerned that the got the jab? I'm not sure what got the jab means. I'm sorry, it's so hard to do the typing. Anyway, let's do another song. Let's do You Always Knew, which is a love song. And then we can finish off with No Worries. It's not about no problems. I always have to say that. It's just about inviting myself to not stress over the same issue, just kind of permitting myself to let it be. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do another song. You Always Knew. This is a true love song, true story, still true to this day, even though it was written 11 years ago. Oh, first people to get vaccinated. Oh, the first people to get vaccinated, you're saying that's not really happening? I know the first one happened yesterday in England, the first Pfizer vaccine. I'm not sure if there was any, I haven't seen any claim of it starting yet in Ireland. I think Canada, maybe. Anyway, so love story this was written the day after my 10th wedding anniversary, and now we are on, I think, 22 years. I've actually lost track. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Let's see. I need that turned up a bit. Each night as we fall asleep, our kids snuggled up to us tight. You're holding my hand, I love you's all around, and sweet, sweet good nights. I'm always shocked every night inside. I gasp to think that love I feel, the family we made in it didn't come to pass. With all that I am and all that I have, I honor you. And I'm filled with awe and gratitude that you always knew, you always knew. It was door to door, the Sierra Club, my summer job. You opened the door and smiled down at me, a white marble creek god. I had another guy, law school coming, I was moving away. But when you asked me out, looked at me that way, yes, I had to say. With all that I am and all that I have, I honor you. And I'm filled with awe and gratitude that you always knew, you always knew. Our first date ended, and with it came our first goodbye. But the hug we shared before you left, it did not tell a lie. I had told you my Santa Barbara guy had bought me tickets to fly. You called me up at work to refund his money, said you had to try. With all that I am and all that I have, I honor you. Yes, it is. And I'm filled with awe and gratitude that you always knew, you always knew. Months went by, I left my other guy, you found me, we started a flame. But I still didn't know the way you did that this would be the thing. You moved for work, but every Friday night you flew to me. You called me up, you cared for me, yeah, you slowly helped me see. With all that I am and all that I have, I honor you. And I'm filled with awe and gratitude that you always knew, you always knew. Yesterday, the anniversary of our 10th year. Another blessed day, another blessed night with you right here. You're my best friend, lover of my dreams, such care you take of me, dear. And if I close my eyes, our handwritten vows, I can still hear. We said, with all that I am and all that I have, I honor you. And I'm filled with awe and gratitude that you always knew, you always knew, you always knew, you always knew, you always knew. I'm so grateful that that song is still true. It's still, this is still my person that I'm singing about here 11 years, 12 years later after I wrote that song. So that's my happy love song. I only have one love song that I perform. I have a love lost song, but that's my happy love song. Maybe I need to write more, but I think it's kind of like I'm not motivated. If I was in the hunt, maybe I'd have more to say. Thanks for the hearts. So Tanny, what makes you think that it was staged? I always like to try to talk to people that have different factual perspectives than I do, which often happens on here. Because one of the things that concerns me in our world is that I'm worried that we won't find a path forward together if we can't agree on what happened or what the facts are. It's hard enough when we disagree on, we agree on the facts, but we can't. Yay, Molly! But we don't have the same opinion about, can I go closer to the mic and sing it gently? Is it too loud? So I have a monitor. What is it sounding like? Are you having a problem with the sound? I have a monitor that shows me if I'm peaking or anything. I go closer to the mic and sing it gently. The song I just sang, I'm probably not going to do it again, but I can think about that. There are parts that I do kind of louder than others. Were some parts too loud for you? I can think about that next time I sing it. Thanks for the feedback, if that's what you're saying. Because I do think I could actually be farther back. Sometimes this mic is way back from people. But I have the settings. I have this thing called a condenser? No. I don't remember. There's a setting on my input that allows it to be so I can be right up to it, and whether I'm loud or not, it'll cut the volume back. Sounds good to you? That's good. You would like to hear it be more breathy? That would be nice. I'll think about that, Tanny. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, I kind of like doing it breathy sometimes. Maybe I didn't do as much of that as normal, but I know what you're talking about. I like that. With that song, I kind of mix it up, but I'll think about that. Anyway, but on the staged vaccine thing, I feel so much concern because right now there are different media outlets that people are watching, and my concern is that there are outlets that are making money. Yeah, I was asking about the vaccine thing. I'm just going back to that because I yearn for us to have a sense of shared reality around what the facts are, and then from there to talk about our different opinions about what to do with those facts. But I feel just very worried about our world when we don't have the same sense of the facts, and I worry too that there are media companies out there whose business model depends upon putting out a version of reality that's very exciting and aggravating and but not necessarily verifiable, And I don't know. Just kind of wanted to explore that because, why is it that what is it that leads you to the conclusion that it was staged? Like, what would be the motive there? Stuff like that. I'm not trying to ask this in a confrontational way. This is something I like to talk to with people that have different senses of things like that on here sometimes. So if you feel like sharing more, otherwise I think I'm gonna do No Worries. So No Worries, again, is a song about, it is not about, I don't like when people say, don't worry, stop worrying. I like when people empathize. So if I'm worried, I want people to say, oh, what's wrong? And like, oh yeah, that's hard. And so I try to empathize with myself too, but this is more about giving myself permission to let it rest. If I'm just beating myself over the head, like at night, thinking about the same problem over and over, I'm calling that worry. And I'm just kind of, the song is describing, reminding myself of all the reasons why it's okay to let those those things go and why it's okay. So that's kind of the what's behind this song. And okay, sip of water. No worries. So this one is definitely not that kind of breathy song. I'd have songs that are kind of more upbeat and kind of like they're sort of American folk-esque in more of an upbeat, this land is your land kind of way, which might mean nothing to you, Tanny from Northern Ireland. But hi, Heckmat 12, welcome. So this is one of those songs. And then we'll end on this. And I should be on tomorrow, and then I'll be on next week, barring illness. And if I'm not on, I'll post on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, Tiffany TLC Music on Twitter. And then the last 2 weeks of December, I am not sure if I'm coming on. How much I'm coming on, if at all. I doubt I'll go the whole 2 weeks without coming on, but I just don't know. If I start to worry or fret funny hurry, I slow things down, focus within and all around, and focus with self-empathy on what I think and feel and need, on each thing I sense and do, on step 1 and 2. So no worries, no worries, no worries for you or me. Yeah, no worries, guys. No worries, what will be, will be. Problem solving time and planning are fine if the rational kind, 'cause no worries on my mind. Worries stop sleep and rational thought, they're counterproductive more often than not. So no worries, no worries, no worries for you or me. Yeah, no worries, no worries, what will be, will be. The very best I can do is calmly proceed, take time for fun, walk, not run, and know whether completed, missed or repeated, all things in time will pass far behind. So no worries, no worries, no worries for you or me. Yeah, no worries, no worries, what will be, will be. Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries for you or me. Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries, what will be, will be, what will be, will be. Thanks for the hearts. hearts, yes, no worries. Again, if you are worrying, this isn't stop it, stop worrying. No, this is just an invitation to the self to go to sleep, and reminders of all the benefits that you're not really doing anyone any favors by beating yourself over the head with a problem. That is the best way I think I put that. I needed to have that in the song. You're not really doing anyone any favors by beating yourself over the head with a problem. You're not really making progress on the problem. In fact, you're probably making it worse. You're probably coming up with irrational solutions. If you're giving up sleep, for sure, it's counterproductive. So, but it's not a chastising, it's an invitation. It's like, it's okay, it really is okay. It's win-win all the way around if we just have rational planning and problem-solving time sessions. But when they escape into the irrational or the sleepless and all that, it's okay. It's better to, it will help us more if we refrain. That's easier said than done. I know, as somebody who's, yes, chill out, somebody who's had my share of insomnia, but it's been, I'm actually very protective of my sleep now. I do all the things I'm supposed to do to make sure I fall asleep and stay asleep. Hot bath before bed, blah, 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 all those things, not reading or not getting super worked up about anything, not looking at your computer, your mail before bed. So that helps too, but that's so true, Molly. The what ifs you go through sometimes don't exist. Oftentimes, that's a big thing I've learned over time. Enjoy the path we walk on, and just be where we are on the path. I mean, everything's complicated, right? If you can rationally think through, okay, I want to plan ahead. I don't have a problem with that. Recognizing that the best laid plans, when they face reality, have to be flexible, but I don't have a problem with that. If I can rationally go, okay, assuming most likely all the following is going to happen, then therefore I'm going to do this, that's fine. But, if it turns into, what if this, what if that? I'm inclined to say, let's stay where we are now before we really get 50,000 layers into that what if. Let's wait and see if that what if happens, or maybe we'll think about it a little needed. Yeah, and you worry needlessly. Exactly. If it doesn't, if you've gone through every scenario and you've really hurt yourself in the process of going, well, what okay, I have to figure out the entire thing that's going to happen if this. I have to figure out the entire thing that's going to happen if this. I've learned a lot more to just, as much as is prudent, to just wait until before you use all this time to figure out every conceivable scenario and all this stress. It's just so toxic. So anyway, enough said, I guess. I don't need to, I captured the best I could in the song, but sometimes it's good to talk these things out, because you can only capture so much in a song, You don't want it to be like an hour long. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Tanny and Molly, of course, and all the others that are on live and replay, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It can be really stressful and tiring. I so agree with that. And to what end? Really, then all you've done, this is the really big take home for me, is when I've spent an hour or 2 or 3 or more in the middle of the night worrying, the rabbit hole is toxic indeed. Hi, Wolfgang. Then guess what? I've given up the one thing that will help me solve my problems the most: sleep. Good sleep is essential for rational thought the next day. And if I've given that up, it's clearly counterproductive, Anyway, thanks for being with me, guys. It's a good discussion. And really value you. And hi, Mr. Burger. That's a fun name. Wolfgang is also Mr. Burger. There's 2 different usernames. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry, I'm signing off. I'm glad, Tani. Yeah, feel free to follow and we can chat again. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening or early morning. For you, Tani, I think it's early morning. Take care. Bye, everyone.